Some of these big food plots, I think the other thing you see that like it looks super pretty, and I've thought about this, is uh, if they have, let's say, a 15 acre field, they're actually creating divide, whether that be through um, some type of screening, right? You see a bunch of screening blends that are out there of separating that so the bucks have to move. Let's say you got a square, 10, 15, 20 acre field, and they're cutting it into multiple sections because you're eliminating the ability to look across the field and check it with vision, and it forces these deer to go around. And I feel like I was reading an article, and I don't remember where it was out of. It might have even been out of Missouri there, that they were talking about the study they did over multiple years. If it's one 20-acre field versus if it's, 4 5-acre fields that have screening between them, that the amount of scrape activity and the number of scrapes on the perimeter of that increased like 4 5 6 fold because they were having to go to those areas. You might not have read the same article, but I know it was referenced quite a bit in different places across the industry. Am I thinking about that right as far as like cutting and changing the structure of those plots to make sure they can't just check it from sight?
Absolutely. You also, deer are creatures of the edge, right? So the more edges we can make for them, the more they're going to use it. So if you're take that 10-acre field, for example, if you can break that up into 5 2-acre spots, and I've even broken up 2-acre plots before, that the layout of them felt bigger than 2 acres. And I thought we could pinch these deer down a little bit more, whether that's for getting shot opportunities or making them spend more time there, either one. If you've got all these edges, now, number one, that buck can't see across there, but he also feels like he has to work all of those for scent to check for where does might be cutting and going through them. And that's where those scrapes come in, like you're talking about, where they would absolutely increase because that buck's spending more time on all of those edges. And as soon as he comes across something, a low hanging branch that maybe just hits him in the head, he'll leave a scrape there. And then the next one comes through and he smells where that buck was. And then he makes a scrape. And then it kind of continues from there. But you can take a 5-acre open field that a buck might spend 10 minutes just looking at in the corner of the timber. And now he's spending 2 hours working all those edges throughout that entire field just by doing some good screening.